Hello and welcome to ericaangelo.com. I am Erica Angelo. It's a pleasure to meet you. Erica Angelo, Aricaangelo, where you what? Say it with me. You find love, you fall in love, and you stay in love. Yeah. Okay, so yesterday I watched The Avengers for the first time. I'm lame. How late am I? Incredibly late. Whatever though. I watched it. It was phenomenal. I feel kind of like a bad Mamba Jamba, so I'm kind of wearing the shades because I feel so amazing. And these people are walking in my shot. They don't know they're gonna be on YouTube. What? Okay. So yesterday I shared about being selective, and the title of it was called "Anyone Will Do," and how I am a pretty selective woman. Like when I go out shopping, I want, and I'm looking for shoes. I'm so specific, and I just gruel shoes. I'm so grueling over the process of, oh, those shoes are hideous. They're not tall enough. They've got too much this, too much of that. They need more of this, more of that. And I'm super picky. And you know what? I've learned it's okay. I'm okay with being picky. Call it high maintenance, call it whatever you want. I'm quite content because when I get what I want, I'm very happy. I'm very satisfied. So I talked about in dating how oftentimes we can just kind of go under this anyone will do, and we'll just start dating anyone, not realizing that it's not so much the case. You don't want to spend your time with people who really aren't your cup of tea. So it's important to find out what your cup of tea is. So today I want to share a little bit more though about when this applies with relationships. First and foremost, you have to know where you're going in life. Like that's a big deal. What it is that you want out of life. Where do you feel like you're going? And I'm going to share with you about some of my personal experiences where I have pretty much, I have kind of not done so, I haven't done so well in this department personally. You have to know where it is that you want to go. And oftentimes we don't know what that is because we don't allow ourselves to dream. We don't allow our desires to be awakened. So we go with the status quo, and this is what I'm supposed to do with my life. And we silence our voice. So we don't get to really speak up and say, no, actually what I really want is this. So we follow the status quo, and then we find ourselves in relationships, and we're in it a couple years, 3, 5 years, 10 years, and we're like, wait a minute, this isn't what I want. In fact, the life around me isn't what I want, and what am I doing here? And then so you have divorces, or you have people who've been together for a while and they break up, all because at the beginning they didn't realize what it is that they really wanted. And then from there, this is the selectivity part, where you select out of that, out of what you want. So for me, let me just share with you my own personal mistakes. I have gotten into relationships with men who I felt like they had potential. Well, that's a big mistake. You don't date for potential, you date for where they are now. And that's something that you have to really understand is when you're pursuing a relationship with someone, are you okay with who they are in that moment? Or do you want them to change and become something else? If you're really wanting them to change, then it's probably not a good idea to be in a relationship with that person. If they're not where you want them to be now, then you're asking them to conform to an image that you think they should be. And that isn't always fair. And I've kind of done that. I have very big aspirations for the man in my life. And so when I feel that guys haven't met that, I'm like, well, I need you to change. I need you to do this and I need you to do that. And it's a no-win situation. I'm miserable in the relationship. I make them miserable in the relationship because I'm very strong and I'm very determined to see things through. So it doesn't make for a happy relationship at all. So what you want to do is really get an idea of where it is that you want to go, and then look at the person that you're trying to pursue the relationship with and say, does this person fit that? Do they fit for the direction that I'm headed? But, in my own personal experience where I have messed up is that I haven't just given myself the permission to say, you know what? I really want what I want, and that's okay. And then to really look at the gentleman that I'm considering pursuing a relationship with and saying, does this person fit that? And you know what? Because I know what I want, it's pretty specific, most of the time they don't. And so I just have to be okay with the fact that they may be someone fun to date, they may be someone fun to hang out with, but as far as pursuing a real romantic relationship with them, probably not the best idea. So be very selective with relationships, more so than dating, obviously. but know where you're going, know where you want to go, and give your heart that permission to be able to speak and say, this is what I really want out of life, not what your mom wants, not what society says you should be doing or where you should be going, but where it is that you truly want to go. And then from there, evaluate the person that I'm considering entering into a relationship with. Do they fit that? If they don't, you're going to spend your life being very frustrated and making yourself miserable, making the other person miserable, trying to conform and package things in the way that you want them to go. And you create a no-win situation. And at the end of the day, it's not a loving environment, because unconditional love says, I love you for you. So if you're entering a relationship where who they are isn't enough, then it's just not right. Okay? So being selective in relationships, it counts. It definitely counts. So tomorrow I'm gonna do a video blog on Avengers, because I'm so excited about this movie. Even though I'm super late, I don't care. I'm still gonna do one. Somehow I'm gonna tie in relationships and Avengers. I don't know how, but I'm gonna make it happen. Much love from Erica Angelo. Go to my website, get you some coaching, and don't forget to get my books. Buy my books, y'all. Bye.